Saturday, the Golden Hurricane traveled to Annapolis, Maryland to take on the Naval Academy. All the details coming up next on the Philip Montgomery Show.
The Philip Montgomery Show, brought to you by St. Francis Health System, by River Spirit Casino, and by Pepsi. Now your host, Bruce Howard.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Philip Montgomery Show. I'm Bruce Howard. Saturday, the Golden Hurricane took on Navy, and it was a tough struggle. The teams went back and forth. In fact, more points scored in the game than you might expect, but it was Navy coming down with the victory, 37-29 over the Golden Hurricane. So TU gets ready for their final game, a home game coming up this Saturday against SMU. We'll be back with the lead up to the game and then Tulsa Navy. The highlights coming up next on the Philip Montgomery Show. Welcome back to Navy and Marine Corps Memorial Stadium here in Annapolis, and you see all of those unbelievable naval battles right here displayed at this stadium. And of course, a football game pales in comparison with all of that. But we did play a football game on Saturday, the 6th all-time meeting between TU and Navy, with Navy leading the series 4-1. Here's the lead up to the game now, and first half highlights by broadcast partner Rick Corey and head coach Philip Montgomery.
All right, thanks, Bruce. All right, Coach, coming here to Navy is always a challenge. A lot of reasons. You got a long trip to make. It's a day game. It's a little bit cold, and you got that offense to face. So during the week, what was your preparation like?
Well, I mean, it's been cold back home, so we were used to that part of it. Weather wasn't a factor tonight. You know, as you face their offense, it's always very difficult to simulate in practice. You know, I thought our guys did a nice job of doing that, but it's never the same. You know, everything's hitting faster. It's hitting more downhill. The things they do interiorly, you're not going to do that in practice from the standpoint of, you know, all the getting after knees and legs and doing all that part of it. So it's hard to simulate that. You know, started the game exactly the way I wanted to. I mean, defense had a great stand coming out, and then, you know, we took the first drive, took it right down and scored. That's exactly what we wanted to do, needed to do. Just needed to continue to do it over and over.
All right, so let's get the first half highlights here at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis. Here's TU and Naval.
On 2nd down and 9 from midfield. No score in the game. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Brooks. Brooks up the middle, banging forward, breaks a tackle, and he dives to the 41. Very close to the first down. I think they'll spot him at the 42. To the right is Hobbs along with Stokes, 2nd and 8, and the handoff goes to Shamari Brooks out the gate to the right side, and then cuts back to the left. He gets it across the 35 to the 33.
They're trying to make sure they don't get busted on, so they're open to run against.
2nd and 4 from the 24. Fake handoff throw left side caught by Johnson. Johnson is smashed backward. He got it to the 19. They do give him the forward progress to the 19, and that is a first down, 106th in the nation.
That's the problem.
2nd down and 8, and the handoff up the middle, and again is Corey Taylor. This time he breaks free. He's at the 10. He dives to the 5 and down to the 2-yard line. Corey Taylor up the middle, found a hole, and he bursts forward and has 1st and goal for TU. Taylor Heflin on the tackle. Chandler Miller ready with the snap. Here's the snap, and it's a handoff, and it's Corey Taylor. Bashes into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa. 6-0 Golden Hurricane with 7:03 remaining first quarter of play. TU gets the ball after the punt, and they march it down the field for a score. First down and 10 from their 39-yard line. Here's a handoff up the middle, and it is Shamari Brooks as he bounces off his own offensive lineman, breaks a tackle. Out of the shotgun, Boomer has the snap, fake handoff, throws left side, caught by Stokes. Stokes runs inside to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, and that is a first down for the Golden Hurricane as they end up with a 17-yard gain and a first down. Right, short side of the field, and Johnson near side left on 2nd down and 7. Here's the snap, and back to pass Boomer. Boomer pump fakes, now rolls to the right, now throws, and it is caught by Hobbs at the 25-yard line, spinning forward to the 20 and down to the 19-yard line. That was a zip and a good pass, certainly. Out of the shotgun, it's Boomer. Boomer hands it off on a fly sweep, left side, Stokes through the hole, 20, 15, 10, 5, near boundary, touchdown, Tulsa. So the Hurricane on a 19-yard touchdown run by Keelan Stokes on the jet sweep. And the Golden Hurricane has made it 20-15. And AB under center. And he fakes the handoff. He runs it himself. He gets it to the 30, the 35, the 40, breaks a tackle, 45-yard line. On third down, a half yard. Here's the snap, and AB takes it himself. Nice job of sliding side to side. He breaks a tackle, 40, 35, down to the 33-yard line. Tulsa just can't stop him. Clock is moving, 2:05 to play in the half. Fake handoff to the fullback. AB takes it himself, right side to the 10 to the 5, first and goal at the 3. They have first and goal at the 2-yard line with 1:34 remaining in the first half. Option left, AB scores easily, untouched into the end zone.
At halftime, the Golden Hurricane trailing 27-16. We'll talk halftime adjustments and get you to second half highlights on the Philip Montgomery Show coming up. We're back on the Philip Montgomery Show at halftime. TU is down 27-16, but remember the Hurricane getting the kickoff to start the second half. It would be a long drive, but not the finish TU wanted in that drive. Let's go ahead and talk about halftime adjustments and then second half highlights. Here's Rick Corey and head coach Philip Montgomery.
All right, thanks, Bruce. All right, so Coach, at the half, this has been, I mean, you had really good moments and you had a couple of moments where you struggled offensively. At first drive, what were you doing well?
Well, I mean, we had a good mixture of run and pass. Seth was really reading things, seeing it really clearly. Thought he did a nice job of that. I thought our offensive line was coming off the football, creating some gaps. Our running backs were running hard. You know, the second drive, we end up behind the chains on the first play, and you end up in 3rd and 10, not where you want to be against this defense. And then our third drive, just a miscue on the kickoff team. You know, just a young guy made a mistake, put ourselves back in a hole. Again, don't want to be in those situations. And so after that, I thought we got right back on track, and guys started coming off the football, creating some run lanes. The running backs were running hard, and again, Seth, I thought, mixed up some things in there pretty well.
So what was the key message coming back out for the second half?
You know, they hadn't stopped us. You know, it was us stopping us, and so it was just getting back on the field, executing at a high level, continue to keep grinding and doing that defensively. We needed to do a better job on the fullback and the quarterback, especially in the first half. Those two guys were the key things that were hurting us early, and we get those stops in there. I thought offensively, you got to come out and you got to get points.
Yeah, and they did. Let's get to the second half highlights. Tulsa and the Naval Academy. Watch this offense roll.
Two receivers right, one to the left, and here's the snap and the handoff up the middle, and it's Shamari Brooks diving forward to the 30. Good surge by the offensive line. He gets 5.
Right. It also keeps the ball in these longer periods.
Yep, ahead of the sticks. Back to pass, Boomer. Boomer rolling right now, throws the ball far side, caught by Stokes, far boundary, out of bounds at the 46. 27-16, Navy with the lead. First down and 10, Tulsa at the 43, and a quick flip again to the left side. Stokes catches this one, and he is buried right at the 40. Right, two receivers near side left. Boomer takes the snap, back to pass, throws left side, caught at the 31-yard line by Johnson. That's a first down for the Hurricane. Again, it is 4th down and 12 for TU. On the season, the Hurricane 15 of 28 on 4th down conversions. Alone in the backfield, Boomer awaits the snap, chest high snap, back to pass, loads of time, throws over the middle, sliding reception at the 12-yard line by Keelan Stokes. First down, Tulsa at the 12. Oh, man, what a play for the Golden Hurricane. They get a 21-yard reception. That was their deepest strike into the heart of that Navy secondary. 4-yard line, Hurricane in the Mullen Plumbing red zone, out of the shotgun, Boomer. Boomer has the snap and hands it off, charging up the middle. It looks like he's close to the first down. The ball looks like it came out of there. Corey Taylor was the man that smashed forward. And we have a loose ball, and they're saying
ruling on the field, fumble recovered by Navy, first down.
On 56 yards on 6 catches. First down and 10, fake handoff, back to pass, Boomer, throws over the middle, caught by Cole Neff over the middle at the 45, tumbles down to the 41, and there's the Cole Neff connection, Rick, that you were looking for.
Well, he's been open many times tonight and just hadn't pulled the trigger to him.
Boomer out of the shotgun, standing at the 44. Back to pass, Boomer, throws left side, it's caught. And breaking a tackle, Neff, left side 30, down to the 28-yard line. He broke the tackle of Jacob Springer and ended up getting 11 on the play to the 29. Out of the shotgun, Boomer hands it off, left side, driving forward to the left side and breaking a tackle. It's Brooks, left side 20, 15, and then jostled out of bounds at the 13, the 12-yard line. Taylor is to the right of Boomer. Here's the snap. And the handoff, left side, Taylor around the corner, touchdown Tulsa. I thought there was movement on the Tulsa side. Did they call?
Nope.
They didn't even call it, but it looked to me like Tulsa moved early.
They did. Tulsa got away with it right there. There was movement early. They didn't get that, and Corey Taylor dances into the end zone.
Far side left, it is Johnson and Stokes, 3 receivers near side right. 3rd and 17, back to pass, Boomer. Has time, now rolls to the left, still rolling, still rolling. Now he'll fling it downfield, and it is caught at the 4-yard line for the Hurricane. Adjusting on the play and making the catch is Jarian Anderson. That was just thrown up for grabs, and somehow, some way, the Hurricane receiver adjusted best. And Jarian Anderson making the catch for the Golden Hurricane. The Hurricane at the 1, 2nd and goal. Here's the snap and the handoff. Corey Taylor up the middle, touchdown Tulsa. So the Golden Hurricane making it a 1-score game again, as long as they can get that extra point in there. 37-29, Navy with the lead, 1st and 10 at their 25. And the handoff goes to the fullback, diving forward, got about 3 or 4. Blankenship with the tackle again, and Tulsa calls time.
Timeout.
37-29, Navy with the lead. Ball game right here, 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line. Here's the play, a toss sweep on the right side. Perry, he cuts it back, and he gets the first down across the 35 to the 37. And that's your ball game, folks.
So the final is 37-29, and you know, Coach Jeremy told us at one point that he'd gone over to your guys and said, look, one stop, we're going to get the ball, and we're going to score. And I think everybody felt that way. Your offense was really chugging along, doing exactly what you wanted to do.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, we were clicking off at a good pace. I thought our tempo was really good. Our mixture in there was really good. Thought Seth was seeing the field. Receivers were making plays. Everybody was making plays. I didn't think they were going to be able to stop us. We needed one more stop, get the ball back, and let's go to work. You know, we had a couple opportunities in there. We got to make the most of those. But our team has stayed resilient all year, and they stayed close all year. And I think everybody on the sideline believed what we were talking about.
What kind of growth are you seeing in Seth?
You know, his confidence level has continued to grow. I think his eyes and seeing coverages and seeing how guys are trying to manipulate some things, he's starting to be able to take advantage of those things when he sees them and feeling secure enough to go ahead and do that. I thought our receivers did a really nice job of finding themselves in open spaces and using those. Ball coming in and out of his hand pretty quickly. Those things were all really good things to see. And then he had some 3rd downs in there that were 3rd and longs that he made big plays on. So he's got to continue that growth. I like the growth he's given us right now, and we just got to continue that process.
Got a great play on that 4th down, too.
Yeah.
The 4th down throw is a great throw. All right, so we're coming back to Game 12. It's going to be senior night at H.A. Chapman Stadium. We'll talk about Tulsa SMU when we come back on the Philip Montgomery Show.
Welcome back to the Philip Montgomery Show. It was kind of chilly here in Annapolis, but earlier this week in Tulsa, it was cold and it snowed, which reminded us of a game back on the 2nd of November, 1991, the famous snow game. And here's a look back in TU history.
People will ask me about the snow game and what you remember about that. Well, you know, it was cold. I guess it was before global warming because it was November and it snowed. I don't.
What folks may not remember about the November 2nd, 1991 game between TU and Southern Miss was that it really didn't start snowing until late in the game.
Well, what I remember about Southern Miss was, you know, it started out, it was a decent looking day.
Even though it was cold, the early part of the game was snow-free, and Southern Miss scored this touchdown to take a 10-0 first-half lead. Then TU went on a long 18-play drive, but TJ Rubley fumbled trying to sneak it in, and TU came away with nothing and a 10-0 deficit at halftime. The snow started at the end of the 3rd quarter, and TU finally got things going early in the 4th as Mark Matheson scored on a 1-yard plunge, and it was 10-7. Now the snow is really coming down and becoming a true factor in the game. The Hurricane drives and sets up for a game-tying field goal. Eric Lang hits a 41-yarder that tied the game with 3:50 remaining. But then Southern Miss went on a long drive, positioning themselves for a game-winning field goal.
I mean, I remember being on the sideline, holding hands with Mark Massa, my roommates, and other guys, hoping that they would miss the field goal so we could tie and still go to a bowl game.
Fortunately enough, the Southern Miss kicker did not get good footing and missed badly with 11 seconds to play. And it was Hail Mary time for TU.
We were just going to throw it up for grabs.
Here we go. It's the umbrella defense, only 2 men to rush. Rubley drops to throw. He's going to throw it up in the air. He throws it a mile in the air, a Hail Mary.
I was so locked in on it, it's like slow motion. And I go, oh my gosh, I'm going to catch this. And then it's like a blur because they're doing the same thing. They're running towards me, looking at the ball. We're not looking at each other. And I think 2 of them run into me as I'm trying to catch the ball, and then somehow it's like magic. It pops right into Chris's hand.
Either Chris, you got to score here, or you need to fall down. We call timeout because one of the 2 things you're going to have. I thought for a second he might score, but that guy had it.
It was a Hail Mary from Rubley to Chris Penn.
So now TU lined up for a game-winning kick with 1 second to play. Eric Lang, nicknamed Clubber, gets ready with Thompson the holder.
And I was holding the kick in the snow when all the guys are clearing the snow and the ice. So Clubber's lined up and he missed, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
10, tie, but hold everything. Hold everything, there may be a penalty.
And then all of a sudden, too many guys on the field, and I'm just like, this is crazy.
We needed someone out there to clear off the field for the guy to kick the field goal. Everybody out there trying to clear the field.
I am not touching the ground because I don't want to get my hands all wet, but I'm trying to use my feet, and everyone else. I remember Fallon being down there. Jerry might have been down there. They're down there on their hands and knees.
I don't know if we were the right distance from the center, but they put it down the dry spot, so they gave Eric confidence.
A 24-yard kick is on the way. It's got the distance. It's gone.
He pops you right down the middle on the next one, and everyone's going nuts.
Talking to Clubber or Eric Lang afterwards, and him being from California, he never thought that was the first time he saw snow. When he kicks the winning field goal, the first time he saw snow.
It's pandemonium. Like, people are running on the field and freaking out and jumping all over everybody and fans, and it was crazy.
It was a great game. Once again, I mean, we were down at home, and we found a way to come back and win. And whether it be us out there shoveling the snow, or us standing on the sideline, the defense backing up the offense, or vice versa, I think that was one of the games that along the year got us ready for the end result.
That golden day in the snow for the 1991 football team was just one of a number of classic moments for a team that never quit. Ended up 10-2, Freedom Bowl champs, and number 21 in the nation.
Welcome back to Philip Montgomery Show, the head coach of the Hurricane, Philip Montgomery. I'm Rick Corey. All right, senior night is a special night. I asked you on the radio show if you remembered yours, and you said no, it's been a while. I get that. But it is a big time for these seniors because even if they're focusing one game at a time, now they're focusing on what may be their final game. What do you think's going through their mind?
Well, there's a lot of emotion involved. I mean, you got to think of all the years and the work that they've put into it. There's been some great high moments that they had throughout their career here, and there's been some things that they've had to work through. And so hopefully they're going to come out of this. Number one, we want to get a big win, and we need a lot of people there. These guys deserve a big crowd to help them, cheer them on, and show their appreciation to what these guys, how much they've worked for and how hard they've worked. But these guys are going to remember the friendships and the bonds and the things that really go into the sacrifices that you make as a college football player.
How important can it be to win that final game going into the offseason?
Well, I mean, I think it'd be a huge deal for us. I mean, we've played in a lot of close ball games this year. We got SMU coming to town. They're fighting to get bowl eligible. That's always been a heated rivalry. It'll be senior night. Be a lot of things going on. You got to control your emotions, and you got to focus in on the game. You got to enjoy the surroundings of it all. But at the forefront of that is let's go get a big win, send these seniors out the right way, and enjoy that time together.
I'd love to see them get one more celebration.
No doubt.
All right, 60 more minutes of football left. That'll be senior night next Saturday at H.A. Chapman Stadium. We'll see you there.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you. Obviously, senior day is very important to those young men playing their final 60 minutes. Hurricane taking on SMU, and if you want ticket information, all you have to do is go to 918-631-GO-TU or TulsaHurricane.com. We'll see you at H.A. Chapman Stadium on Saturday when the Hurricane finishes out the season against SMU. For head coach Philip Montgomery and for my broadcast partner Rick Corey, I'm Bruce Howard. So long for now.
The Philip Montgomery Show has been brought to you by St. Francis Health System, by River Spirit Casino, and by Pepsi. The Philip Montgomery Show has been a presentation of Golden Hurricane Sports Properties and a Kane Vision production.